Welcome to the Hamsi Analytics Daily Market Commentary. I'm Pablo Navarro. Today is Monday, March 5th, 2012. Today's economic data came in better than expected. ISM services came at 57.3. We're expecting 56. S&P 500 futures saw a high of the day of 1367.25, a low of the day of 1358. We closed at 1364.25. Today's volume was 1.5 million contracts, in line with the 20-day moving average. For the Nasdaq futures, we saw a high of the day of 2643, a low of the day of 2605.5, and we closed at 2616.5. Today's volume was 220,000 contracts, in line with the 20-day moving average. For the market internals, the NYSE advanced decline differential closed at negative 607. The Nasdaq advanced decline differential closed at negative 221. There were 20 new 52-week highs for the S&P 500 and 2 new 52-week lows for the S&P 500. For today's volatility, the big spot closed at 18.05. The dollar-weighted put-call ratio for basically all the months were very neutral, nothing very high or low. And I must mention that today's total premiums paid were kind of low, only 38,000, and the total contracts were about 260,000 contracts, which is not very high. Okay, for today's chart, I'm going to start with the weekly for the S&P 500 futures. So you continue to see we're on positive 1, positive 2 sigma channel. The momentum here with the CI dip, it's slowing, which is not very good for the market right now, but still today is only Monday, so for the weekly we have a long time. For the daily chart, something important happened. As you can see here, we went to the 0.6 line, we touched it and bounced back. This is an important line here because since 2012 we had not broke the 0.6 line, not even once. So it was important that we held here. Again, volatilities continue to decrease as sigma channels are contracting. Maybe we're going to see a move with the job report on Friday. For the intraday chart, you can see here we opened around here. We started going down, we made some new lows. After that, again making new lows, and then we stayed on a 5 handle range from 58 to 63 almost the rest of the day, and we closed at 64.25. This is the ES 60-minute chart. You can see here we had a upward trend line. We broke today. At the end of the day, this trend line acted as resistance. We couldn't get above it in the close. Just interesting. And the downward trending, it was acting as resistance again. We tried it a couple of times to get above it, and we couldn't. And the interesting is that they met, and they're at the same level around the 165, 164 area. So it will be interesting to see how it shapes out tomorrow when we're gonna test those levels. Either we're gonna break out or break down below that area, but are gonna be interesting levels to keep an eye on. Okay, I'm gonna start for gold futures with the weekly chart. I've drawn here a trend line in light blue. The chart indicates that we're probably going to test the 1,600 area again. It's only 100 points away, so it's not that far. For the daily chart, not much positive in gold. You could see here an inverse head and shoulders, shoulder here, head, another shoulder. We're not able to break and go above it, so we're probably going to test the 1,600 level again. We'll see what happens with the trend line on the weekly, and if not, we'll probably see the lows again here at 1529 or that level. So I would be very cautious on gold right now. Charts are not looking that good. We might drip slowly for a couple of weeks to see what happens after. Another important level to watch, the moving average, the 200-day, the 50-day, and the 100-day are right now in play, so keep an eye on those also. Hope you liked it. I'll see you tomorrow.